Hello, and this is the Draw My Life, and I don't have a mic or anything like that, and sorry it's so long, but I didn't have time to speed it up anymore and to have it render. So here we go. So there was my dad and my mom, and they fell in love, and after lots of hard trying, they had me. And then my mom couldn't have any more kids. And I had a pretty normal childhood. I did baseball, t-ball, and all kinds of sports, and we rode four-wheelers. That's not a wagon, that is a four-wheeler. Okay. And I had a big old fluffy dog, and it was just a good childhood. Basically, give him ears. Give him ears. Her. And it was normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. And I was happy. At age 11, my parents got a divorce. And I actually handled it pretty well. They kind of fought a lot, but it was fine. I got 2 Christmases, and my dad lived out in the middle of nowhere, and mom lived in town, and it was the best of both worlds. So I was still happy. It had some difficulties, but I had a good schooling. I did good grades. I read a lot, which started when I was really little. I used to sneak out of my room and go read by my nightlight at night, which I think you guys know. And it continued as I grew up. Never really stopped to this day. And I still played softball, and I was on dance team, shake it, shake it, and I had a good high school experience. Pretty normal. I was pretty happy. A lot of friends. The types of friends that I hung out with, this is the lunchroom, the lunch tables, and I hung out with like the goths and dramas people, and the jocks, and just the weird people, and the hicks, and I don't remember what the B stands for. But it was all pretty good. Boys. This is the boy table. I had a boy group. That's supposed to be a thumbs up, by the way. And to rewind a little bit, at age 7, my dad got one of those laptops with the dark screen and then like the green writing, or vice versa. And I wrote my first story on that one. And it was about Christmas and a bunch of kids, and they helped Santa, and Santa did not look that creepy, or yeah, so. And ever since then, my mom was like, sweet, you're a writer. And she took me to places and always was encouraging my writing, and I was just like, nah, I don't think so, but Mom, you're a little over enthusiastic. And to fast forward through years, end of high school and college and things, I had relationships, I fell in love, had my heart broken a few times. I went to NIC, North Idaho College, a community college, and then they couldn't offer everything I want, so I went to U of I. And I loved U of I. I really did. But I was in a bad relationship, and it was very unhealthy and abusive, verbally and otherwise. But I found my strength, and I broke up with him, and I found the strength to break up with him on my birthday, no less. And I felt more myself than anything else. And then came my very first NaNoWriMo. And I wasn't sure about it. I was really nervous. They had this first meeting with a bunch of people around the table in the Commons, and I was like, okay, but they were weird. And I was so excited, and they were weird just like me, and it made me feel very welcome. That's another thumbs up. And if I could spell friends, I found a lot of new friends, and it was fun, and I got to very positive, and they were real life friends and online friends, as you guys understand. So then I was like, could I really be a writer? NaNoWriMo wasn't so bad, and I did really well at it, and I had a lot of fun, and I felt like myself for the first time in a long time, but myself by myself, alone, and all my issues were really starting to be dealt with, and I was really just happy, and I decided, you know what, maybe I could be a writer. And then there was Buddhism class. Let's rewind a little bit. I had 2 breaks in school before, at U of I, before my senior year, and I was just trying to hurry up and get graduated. So this was going to be my last year, and I was finally going to graduate after a total of 5 years in school. And Buddhism helped with my issues, and helped lift a weight off of me, and was ready to get rid of some of the stuff and that I had problems with. And then there was this guy in Buddhism class who had combat boots, and I was like, that's kind of hot. And what I didn't know is he was looking at me while I was looking at him, and we didn't know it. And then I created this study group because my grades weren't going so well, and this was the most focused I'd been on school in a while. So I went to counseling, and I dealt with more of my issues, and finally owned up to everything that had happened. And someone in my study group was the guy in combat boots, and my grades went up. And we fell in love, and we had lots of things in common: Magic the Gathering, video games, YouTube, and eventually we got married, and it was all very positive. And then I lived in North Idaho. I grew up there, and I can't draw Oregon very well. But we went from U of I over to Portland, Oregon, and then we moved back, and then we had to go to training in Missouri, which I am not drawing Missouri, and then we went back to Sandpoint, which is where we are now. And we've got this wonderful house with a carport and a picket fence and dogs, and it's the most normal I think I've felt since my childhood, but not typical normal, just nice and settled, and it's been good. And I'm very happy. And eventually we want to move back to Portland, but it might take a little while to get back there. Then there was those Writer Girls, and I have been looking to try to find something to fit in on YouTube since 2007 is when I've been doing YouTube, I think. And those Writer Girls really helped. But I've been really confused lately, and I don't know like where I want to be or what I want to do, and not sure if I can do certain things, and if I have enough time or energy, and that means time like in my life. And I thought I was depressed when really I was dealing with some chronic pain, apparently, which we're still trying to figure out. And so all that went away, and I realized I needed to be me. And life just goes. I had this realization, and it's like a train, choo-choo, and it just continues on, and you gotta be happy with it and just go for the ride, and kind of whatever happens happens, and you just have to be happy about going for it, basically. Just, you know, we're still young and we still got time, and you've got a lot of passion. And then I also have my YouTube community, and it's been like my counseling replacement. And then of course I've got Aiden, who is my best friend and hubby, and just a great life, and I'm very happy. and we like to just be ourselves by ourselves, which is great. So thank you for watching, everybody. I love you all, and Rachel, I will see you tomorrow, and everybody else, I will see you next week. I just finished Insurgent, and I'm going to try to finish up something. I don't know if I'm going to finish up The Book Thief or World War Z. And yeah, I am writing 2 new stories alongside. They're kind of for my different moods. And there's no plot line. There's just characters, and I'm just going with it. So, and a concept in one of them. Maybe we can have a free week and I talk about it later. But sorry for a long video, and I love you all.